how did you target human behaviour in your messaging at various points? And also, whenever you stood up to make a big decision or to announce your big decision, you always seemed so confident. Were you always as confident as you looked, or have you sometimes looked back at things and thought, oh, I could have moved on that a bit earlier, or oh, this might not work and this could all turn tits up, but I'm going to pretend I know what I'm doing? Did you have those moments?
No, I have been confident, in part because, one of the things that I've always done, whether it's been COVID or the response to March 15 or any of the other challenges we've had, or in Bovis, if you want to track right to the beginning, and before any of those decisions, I make a habit of talking to a range of people, trying to get all of the evidence and advice, and balancing the need to move quickly, but also being confident that when we move that we're doing the right thing. And so that's exactly the same thing that I've deployed here with the COVID response. And so every time I have come down, I have felt confident. I felt like we are doing the right thing for the right reason and for us. And that us bit's important, because I've been on calls with a number of other world leaders, and some have taken different approaches, but we have done what has been right for us. And I've always felt confident of that. Nothing has certainty at all, but we do still have, though, good minds and science and the data that can give us the best predictions about what will happen if we make certain moves. And we've got nothing better than that. But I've been willing to rely on that. And I think it's proven its worth. The human behaviour side of things that you ask about, I think it is, easily in January, I think the whole world would have sat back and thought, there's no way that our country would accept lockdown. That actually, when you think about back in that period when we were watching Wuhan, I think there would be a number of places that would have thought, oh, that just couldn't happen here. And so the thing that has probably given me confidence in our response has just been the proof from New Zealanders today. That as long as people see the need, people know why you're making that decision, that you're sharing all of the information, and then people are coming on that journey with you, then they will do extraordinary things. And so I think it's just been about trust. Human behaviour changes as long as people trust that they have all of the information they need to support the decision that you're making on their behalf.
Clark has proved, from our point of view anyway, quite a valuable member of your bubble in terms of cameras and filming and photos and stuff. He's quite fond of documenting himself significant moments in time. Has he been documenting any particular moments around this?
You will have seen that he films podcasts for me and accidentally walks into wide shots. He's been helping me with my social media filming and things. So he does do bits and pieces for us. And it's, thankfully his last tertiary qualification was being at broadcasting school with Chris Farfoy. And so that's been put to good use, because we haven't had my social media team here. So he has been covering bits and pieces like that for us.
I noticed that you've seem to be morphing into Helen a bit. So, I mean, you got your death stare, well, you are quite a proficient mimic, but now it's just becoming part of you. So you got your death stare down pat fairly early on before all of this. But then I noticed.
Thank you for noting that I've always had a death stare, Claire.
But then on one occasion you did the Helen nod.
Did I?
Yeah, I made a gif. I made a gif out of your Helen nod, and then you started doing the Helen grunt while
that's
me. Bloomfield is talking.
That's probably what you're noticing, is that I often don't do stand-ups with someone next to me. So how do I give affirmation? I don't want to give snaps, do I? I don't want to sit there clicking fingers while someone's speaking. Thank you for noticing.
Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure.